Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let me get my screen pulled up over here really quick. Just take me a moment. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh, I hit the wrong button, that's all. Okay. Okay. There we go. There it is. I found it now. I just hit the wrong thing. I wasn't paying too much attention, and I screwed up. Anyway, that was my fault. Hello and welcome. And welcome and hello. I hope everybody had a great weekend. If you're here in America, I hope you had a really good 4th of July. And welcome back to my channel. You will be offended. Today we are playing City Skylines, and we are back on City Skylines Remastered for the PlayStation 5, playing in the city of Foosha. And of course, as you can see, I'm going to go into this view right here. As you can see, we have been massively building this city. This is a huge freaking city. This is massive. And if you were paying attention to last week, we did end up finishing up with our other city, Westwood, and have now begun to feel the pain of that city being done for and having to find something new to replace it. But we have Foosha. We've been doing Foosha for pretty much the same amount of time as we've been building Westwood. And so, saving. And yeah, the thing is, this city, my goal is to get to 1 million citizens, and we have quite a bit here. I forget. We'll have to look at that in a moment. But we've got quite a bit. Now, as you can see, I have just covered tons and tons of land. We've got a giant, sprawling city here. Over there, we've got sprawling suburbs, a giant frickin' airport. We've got a college right here, kind of integrated into the middle of the city right here, sort of. And it's a technical college, so of course it's over here with these dumps. It's, they're the ones that invented it. It was kind of the idea of making that. It's like their studies are there and shit like that. Why I put it together. Anyway, hey, David, welcome. So, yeah, like I said, just finished up in Westwood, and this city's been going the same amount of time, and so much has been done here, and still so much more to go. Like, if you look, we've got tons and tons and tons of room over here to build on. That's all going to be city at some point, and then over here, we've got a ton of room to work with over here. We'll probably be doing a little bit of some suburb or something like that. I'm not sure, but we'll get it figured out at some point. But again, welcome everybody. And today we're going to be working on this area over here. I just am absolutely... I hate this freeway. I hate it. I said before that we're probably going to come back through and fix this at some point. And I do believe that it's time to actually do that. And the thing that I want to do is to see if, like, when I was playing with it before, what I did was I just kind of kept the same design. I just made it 2 lanes wrapped around this. Hey, Chris, welcome. Made the same basic shape there, just kind of wrapped it around and connected it all back in with 2 roads, which works out just fine. You're able to keep the on-ramps, off-ramps, and everything like that going. And so, but I was thinking to myself earlier, I was watching something else, and I thought, why not try a tunnel? After it crosses over the freeway, I wonder if I have enough room. I don't know if I have enough room now that I look at it. I was going to say, I wonder if I have enough room to make a tunnel right here. And, I mean, I'm going to be tearing this apart anyway, so we can always look and see if we can't just tunnel under and then pop back up and make it more of a straight shot, and then we can create a better on-ramp, off-ramp setup there. So that's one thing we're going to be doing. The rest of it is going to getting a sheet. I'm working on. I'm going to work on it for sure. I got your thing on on Discord earlier, and I was checking it out. I just didn't finish checking. So that's, yeah, the plan is to get the sheep later, for sure. So anyway, we're gonna go. Maybe eating a piece of licorice wasn't the best idea. So anyway, we're gonna let me hit the share button on this really quick. We'll be taking this, changing this up to work out a little bit better. The one thing that's slowing all the traffic down, making this, it turns into a big traffic issue throughout certain points. Because what's going on is you have connections right here, but for some reason, people want to turn. I don't know why. There's idiot cars that just decide to turn and go the opposite direction. And that's how they can turn around and go back. I don't know. Then there's other cars that are getting onto the freeway here and turning left and going this direction to get onto the freeway, and because they don't want to go all the way up and around to get onto this on-ramp right here. So we're going to fix that, do a couple things, and try to make sure that the on-ramps, off-ramps are working out. Let me hit post on this really quick. Get back to my chat box. There we go. Oh, for anybody who doesn't know what Chris is talking about, I do play Baldur's Gate 3 quite a bit, and apparently he's telling me I can get a sheep. So I'm getting a sheep, and I'm going to work on that. Alright. Let's start with the road. Probably the best point to start. We'll go ahead and get rid of this. Like I said, I want to kind of see. Let's take care of this out. And I want to kind of see if I can make a tunnel here. We're going to find out right now. 2 lanes in the same direction. This is what I want. Well, there's still kind of a curve there. We gotta... So let's see here. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of all this right here. What is causing me the problem here? Really can't be that big of a deal, is it? Huh. What's with the center? Alright, hold on. Let's try this. Aha! See, where there's a will, there's a way. Alright, I gotta get a good view here. Hold on. Just having a trouble seeing. There we go. I just want to know, like, right when it hits the road, where's my closest point? Because dropping it down... That looks like it might have worked. Oh, fudge ruckers. Okay, we're going to do something about that. Let's see, those tracks can actually go deeper. We're going to make the tracks go deeper. We'll fix them in a minute. Everything's paused. We don't have to worry about it. Make sure we get enough room out of there before we start our ascent, I should say. So we need to clear this out now. There we go. I knew there was a point where you go too far. And it's best to just try. Nice. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. I am actually happy with that. The vehicle's floating through the air right now. Probably not. So, let's see. I can't move my cursor properly when it's trying to save, so I gotta wait a moment here. There we go. No, no, no. Go back up. Okay, I need to go back this way a little bit more. Probably about here-ish. Then we'll start the descent. There we go. I need to turn everything back off again. It's not letting me grab that properly. Yeah, that's exactly the plan, is to make everything divided. I'm sick of like that whole U-turn thing that they're able to do. It screws the traffic up. Up, 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 up. There we go. A little too steep. I think what I need to do here is change my elevation. Now I can do this. Oops. Let's try to adjust this a little bit. This is the best way to do it here, though, is make sure all this is on. And then we'll go with the curve tool. And we'll snatch the line off of it. So it gets a way better curve there. But we got to revert. Okay, make sure none of this is reversed. It's not going the right way. It's a little sharp right there, but let's see what we can do. This will have to get reversed. Holy crap. I shouldn't have touched it. I don't know what happened. Oh, what is going on? It still doesn't. Oh my god. I screwed up royally. Let's try doing a different road and see what happens. Nope. Okay, that's a lot better. And it got rid of the kink, I guess. Alright, yeah. It's a lot better. A lot better. Okay, we do gotta fix the road, though. I see what's going on is when I change it to the 2-lane, it kind of messes with the level on it. See that? Actually worked out there, but this won't work because of the drain. But I can leave the rest of that alone. That's fine. That comes out, that pops out. I need to connect this in now. We'll make it look like they purposely moved the road out like that. Because I had to do it to make it fit properly, but in real life it would have probably been a little more symmetrical. So what I can do, though, to make it look good, is we'll go over here. I'll grab something like this. Throw a few of these down. Alright, now some grasses. That's how it rocks. Oh, thank you. Something like that. There we go. Took a little bit of these vines down in here. And then, there we go. Then I want to throw in some of this. If it'll let me. And then No, I needed the small. Nope, I thought one of those was smaller. Ooh, that's big. Nope, we're all the same size. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Never mind. Then a couple of bushes. We'll make this little spot look good. Then, since we are in Foosha, we are using palm trees. So we'll grab a couple of these Californias. And see what's cool and what makes it work out is because we do have that whole center line there with the rocks. So, you know, we can do areas over here. We can have a lot of fun with decorating once we get a lot of this filled in with the rest of what we're building in this area. So I think that's kind of the path we'll start taking with this little spot, is like making sure it looks really good. We get a lot of good decoration down and really push what the limits are in the game here to see what we can and can't do. Like, that's been one of my goals too, is to see, like, is there a limit to how much I can put in this game? Is there a node limit, like on the PC? I don't want to get too... I gotta be careful. I didn't realize I was planting some of them in an area that'll make them sick. So I'll be... like that. There we go. And then this steps away from that, going this way, so... nice. I love being able to trick it. Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. Okay. Now, we need to get rid of this. And one thing that needs to be done is this needs to connect in there. And then kind of a vice versa thing here. Like, we're going to readjust this now just slightly so that we can get a lane that goes into that. But this side, we can do this. Oops. Button. There we go. D5. Heck yeah, thank you. Oh, man. Let's see. This. We could do something kind of... like that. Oh, no, it wasn't like that. About freeform. There we go. And then this should actually remain a 2-lane, just that little step further. Just like that. Now, it's all about figuring out, at this point, how we can get a proper on-ramp, off-ramp somewhere in here. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Much better. And now we can do something like this. Nope, nope, nope. Funky straight line. What in the world? Did I choose curve? Nope, freeform. Just doesn't like it. What if... I mean, that could work. Let me check. Well, yeah, okay. Let's change the direction, though. Upgrade this to a 2-lane. Don't really want to mess with the lane mathematics here too much. And like, I think it'll look weird. Yeah. See how it even makes it an odd shape there. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. It's already a little steep as it is, so we're not going to deal with that. And yeah, so far so good. So far so good. See, then they also need, you know, I'm doing this wrong because technically, I mean, yes, I do need a way on, but it should be, if I'm matching the other side, it should be like this. Like that. There we go. Not the 2-lane. What am I doing? And then that'll be a single back to that, and then this should be the double. That's proper. Okay. Well, if we made the tunnels 1 lane, that would turn that back into where they're going to be turning a U-turn in the highway. So, but staying away from that. Oh, you mean coming underneath there so that when they come in like this. I get it. I was thinking something opposite. Okay. Upgrade. Well, I think it'll be, I don't know. I think it should be alright. I don't want to impede the traffic too much that's going to be going through there. There's probably going to be a lot at this point. There's probably going to change this area at some point in the future. Who knows? But, let's see here. This side, Hmm. Oh, nope. Nope, can't do that to the rocks. Just experimenting with a couple of ideas for the moment. No, I don't like that. But what if... Let's take our snaps off. It's just going to make things easier trying to mess around like this. Okay, wait a minute. I got an idea. Something like that. And then like that. And we'll do a 2-lane like that. I mean, the only thing I could think of differently is to just try to do a tunnel or something, but this might work. All we gotta do is just keep an eye on it and see. And then we could do something similar. So maybe it wouldn't have to be as stringed in like that. Probably go something more like this. Like that. Oof. It really fucked that road up right there. Wow. No, can't do that. I wonder, though, if it's going to mess that up there. Oh, look what we did to the road on that side. Shit. Connect in. There you go. Alright. I mean, slightly janky there. It's not entirely shabby, though, considering this is a video game, but... so let's see here. Let's do this and then we'll reverse it. What the hell? What the hell? Oh, it went downward for some reason right there. I don't know why, but... That work out better? Oh, much better. Much better. Okay. Now we'll change our direction. I love doing the experimentation on this game. It's really one of the things that makes it really fun. It's just, all right, how do I make this work better? You know, to try. I mean, this has become a really big, intricate thing here all of a sudden, but I mean, it does make it to where it works and it looks good. I mean, some of the roads are slightly off, but we can pretend that they had to do that because of the way the ground is right there or something, you know, like it's just I can only do so much with the limited tool I have to build my PlayStation controller. So if I had a PC and I could be like, all right, we're going to just use this Move It mod and we're going to take this top of this, we're just going to like click it down just a hair so that these match right here. And then we're going to pull these to where they match right here. And I'd love to. I'd absolutely love to. But, yeah. That ain't gonna happen. What I think I'm gonna do here... Yeah, okay, we could. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Man, I was scratching my head as to how I was going to get that, but it actually came out better than I expected. Like I said, when I did it in the test, I just did a regular. I followed the pattern of the old one. I was just like, yeah, let's just do that. It gets rid of the whole trouble with the separate, you're one road, giving them the ability to move or to do the U-turns. But yeah, kind of happy with this. Whoa, 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 overpoured. Overpoured. So I overpoured, but I'm happy with that. That's fine. This right here is a bottle of Macallan 12. My brother-in-law brought this over to me on the 4th of July. We were drinking out of this. This was awesome. This bottle goes for about, I want to say anywhere from $80 to $100. Maybe a little less than that, but somewhere around $80 to $100 for Macallan 12. This is a sherry cask scotch. And Macallan is they're an expensive whiskey. If you buy a Macallan, prepare to spend money. If somebody's like, oh, I would love a Macallan for my birthday, just doesn't matter if you're even getting the cheapest one you can see on the shelf, prepare to spend near $100 or more. So, however, for anybody who wants to know, this is a whiskey that I would share with somebody who doesn't drink whiskey. If I had this on the shelf and they're like, I want to try a sip of whiskey, I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to go get this bottle, this $80 bottle of Macallan I've got sitting here, because it's got the sherry cask finish on it. And the sherry cask finish gives it a sweeter taste, a little more of it kind of helps with the bite that the ethanol from the alcohol usually has that's in there. And so it's really good. I love it, and like I said, this is something I would recommend to people who like to share these things with friends and family who don't normally drink. But at the same time, don't buy this as something that you would just have sitting on your daily. This is not a daily driver. This is something that you put money on, and you have a glass once in a while, or you celebrate something, you pull it out for that. That's the type of money you spend on Macallan. So, like I said, I kind of overpoured that, but I'm not going to complain. It definitely, it's like, when you were a kid, if you were a kid that tried drinking as a teenager, and you found that sweet drink like Zima or MD 2020 or anything like that, but it just had like a sweet, fruity flavor to it. It's not sweet and fruity, but it has a little bit of that. Like I said, it's a sherry cask that they finish it in, so it gives you a good raisin, that from sherry, that nice sweet raisin flavor there, and I love that. Like, sherry is a great drink. Like, I love it. It's good wine. All right. Now we've got an off ramp. We've got an on ramp. We've got off ramp, off ramp. Like I said, it would be an on ramp at that point when it turns left there. This would be an off ramp to get onto that highway. Now, the one thing that we need is we have the ability to get onto this highway from here now. We have the ability to get off of this highway onto that highway. But we need an ability to get off of the, let's see, where's Shukaboa Flats? Over here. So southeast. So we need something on the southeast side that lets them out into this area here. So I mean, there's stuff over there. We've got on-ramps, off-ramps on that side. But I want something here. And I'm not exactly sure how to put it in now that I didn't do the top. Again, kind of like setting that up since I didn't do the overhead. When I did the overhead thing, I kind of followed my old pattern where I just dropped stuff down onto the ground, onto the road right there, and called it a day. Which that is an industrial zone, so that works. It definitely works for industrial zones. Like you could see that they were using those paths for sure. So. One thing that we can do is to go ahead and follow that trend, I guess. And at this point, we could have... Let's try... something like that. Perfect. And that's just a good off-ramp. But the only problem with that... The only problem I see with that is that it's just a dead... Like, they're basically at a dead end immediately off the freeway. So I kind of don't like it. That's why I didn't really like it before either. It's why I wanted to change this up. Because the other thing is I can just go ahead and take this and do something like that, right? You know, oh, look, they're getting off of the freeway onto that. But I just don't feel... Like, there's already this off. They can get off there, take this around, and they're in the industrial area there. It's a little more driving. And then over here, the only thing that I think I want to do... I don't want that. What I think I want to do is this. I want to be able to let them get on there straight out of the industrial zone. Bam. They hit it. They're on that road. And then... Hold on, I gotta fix something here. Forgot I had the elevation step like turned all the way down. This might be a little close. This might be cutting it really close here. Yeah, so slope too steep. Oh yeah, without destroying all of our trees that we just did, we're gonna really hurt ourselves trying to do that. So, how about... this? And then we take that away. Oh, yeah. Okay, and I got this. Oh, this is super long. This is just a long... Like, look how long this is. It's so ridiculous. I mean, it works, to be honest, but it's really long. And then, of course, those steep little downs and ups right there. I mean, they would work. That, like, there's actually roads that steep in Klamath Falls where I've been working, and they have signs like posted permanently that are like, if you see water, don't drive through here. I'm like, oh, okay. And they get like crazy thunderstorms that'll flood roads out and stuff too out there. So let's go ahead and see what that does. I want them to be able to get onto the freeway from to go either direction without having to travel through all that and mess up other traffic that's going to be going through there. Because we're going to be building this up into a business zone, an office area, and stuff like that, kind of through this whole little spot through here. Since we have the hospital, what is that? The hospital, the fire department, and what is this? What is this? I don't remember what that is. Oh, it's a university. Apparently, we have a university in the middle of nowhere out here. And there's a police station. Apparently, I have a university I put out here I don't remember why, but there's a university here, so let's see. Okay, yeah, I think that can work. We'll just pretend that when flash floods come, nobody uses the tunnel. They take an alternate route. Let's see. I mean, they already have the ability to get off of that freeway back here. Like, if you don't take that off-ramp, you're an idiot, in my opinion. But I think we do need to do this. I think it needs to just be some basic on-ramp, off-ramp right here. Like that. Let's try to match the size up at least. Just like that. We'll get rid of this one. Oh, we did match the size. Oh, son of a bitch. Come on, man. Come on. Alright. Yep. Nope. I think I just totally screwed myself up by giving myself that other spot when I thought it was the right size, but... oh well. Let me fix this. I don't think that 4-lane road should have stuff on it either, but whatever. Yeah, it's close. It's close, but whatever. It works. You know, and I think that's actually... that's it. I think we did it. Just a quick adjustment. We did some tunnels. Let's hit play and see what happens here. Cars are going to fly. They're going to go crazy. But once they figure out where they're going... oh, you know what I need to do while they're doing all that, while the cars are figuring their stuff out. Let's go do these junctions. We should always make sure that it's going to happen. None over here. Nothing popping in there. Okay. That over here, just in case while I'm looking at it. Let's take a quick peek. Just quick, look at, see, I knew just a quick scope would help me make sure that everything is in perfect order over here. Why are we flooded? What the fudge is going on over here? How is that flooded? That doesn't... Okay. Look at the flow of traffic is just running so smooth now. Look at, they're going where they need to go. Beautiful. I think that's the best I've ever seen traffic just go next to each other and not stop. They're like, oh, you go ahead. No, you go, bro. No, let's just stop everybody for the next 10 minutes while we decide who's going to drive. Look at this. It's so beautiful. Almost makes me want to cry. It's like I'm staring at a traffic Picasso. Oh, one thing we got to do is fix these. Just a little too far out into the road. Oh, now they're giving me the small ones. Freaking turd ass game. That's it. We're going with this. There we go. Get that fixed. Alex, oh, we got some over here. Just crossing the road. No! Shit. Oh, man. Alright, let's fix that really quick. I swear, if this was like, oh, you have to do something super weird to get it to work. Oh god, it worked out. Alright. I was afraid it was going to give me some odd shape in the thing like I've been dealing with before, but that was fine. Alright, we got that fixed. We got those plants fixed. I mean, we could plop down a ton of trees through here, too, right now, and just get some trees going. Stuff like this. I should be careful there, though, because there will be stuff getting built to the left there. Nothing on the right. We got our little rocks and everything going on over here as well. See what I mean? Like, doing this, that's why the highway had to split. Get around the rock right there, you know what I mean? It split a little weird. And then back together, right? Like, makes perfect sense with all the rock and everything now. And then we can do more right here, in fact. We can do something like this. No, it's even like we could fit any of them in right here if we wanted. What do we got around us right now? We got... Okay, this one will work. Let's throw in stuff like this. And it makes like a border. Border between the green and the poisoned ground from the factories over here. Come on, you can put grass where I want you to. Right there on the corner. Get some of this vine. See, this stuff doesn't get like affected like the trees do when you're throwing it down into this green, gray, purplish ass dirt here. Spring tunnel, Terry tunnel. We can't do any trees necessarily. We can do some trees back there, but around here now. We can do some of these bushes though. Okay, we'll throw a couple of trees back here. It's supposed to be a tree. There you go. Okay. Let's pull this out of that and go into here. Take a good look at this. Let's hit play, let the vehicles do their thing. We got the road fixed, we're good. And I mean, to be honest, like, the only spot I'm seeing too much traffic is right there. But I think it was just the traffic fixing itself going through the tunnel. Otherwise, this is the smoothest I've seen this area running in forever. Holy crap, it's great. It's beautiful. I love it. Fishes. I mean, it turned out really good. This is like one of the better like redesigns I've done in a while. I hated what was going on there. It looked like crap. The traffic wasn't going good, and this turned out to be really, really good. Like, my other thing, my little zip around that I did was not that good, and it left things to be questioned as far as like how will the traffic move. The only spot I'm seeing any trouble with right now is this. Like, there's a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic wanting to go this direction. And then they're like, look at it's messing with the other traffic because they're trying to get into that lane. I wonder. Let's see what that does. It's probably going to screw it up even more. Well, actually, what if I did something like that? They're still shooting over there to the left side. Like, what the hell? Well, no, I want that left lane for 3 seconds. See, look at the truck's like, no, I need to get in the left lane. Like, why? Why do you need to get in the left lane? You just screwed everybody up. What is going on there? Like, what are you people doing? Like, whoops, we need to stop on the freeway. And it's just so heavy with traffic right here leaving that it just messes with everything. Combining those two lanes to one lane seems to be an issue. Yes, exactly, David. That's exactly what I was just thinking, is splitting them and having them each hit the highway on their own. Have to be something like this. No. Stop it. I'm doing this on purpose. I want to be able to just delete that little bit of the road right there and not all of it. So let's go to freeform. Then we'll keep the 4-lane going a little further. Oh, I did the wrong one. Then have this one. Something like that. Go. I wish I could make like a good line of these, like a perfect line, each at a perfect distance. See what it looks like in a second. We'll just put it there anyway. Yeah, okay, it works. It's high enough. Sweet. Alright, we'll go with that. I'm down. We could even bring the trees a little further. One more. And then down this side, we'll adjust the gaps a little. Honestly, this would be like such a cool spot to drive through. You got this river thing flowing next to you down into the ocean there. Trees all over the place. Super awesome spaghetti down here. Like it almost looks like, I don't know, some type of weird alien language. Yeah, we keep getting floods over here. I'm not sure why. Just needs to stop happening. Yeah, I think that looks great. We got trees galore. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. All right, let's hit play again. So that should split the traffic now, and they should not have any issues at this point, right? What do you guys? What's going on? What are you doing? If I could delete you, I would. Well, look at that. Look at that. Cleaned it up. Good thinking there, David. We were on the same page. What in the fudge is going on? The people want the dirt there. They don't want me to put in this stuff. At least that's the way I feel about it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Why aren't you, like, putting me on the shoreline? What's going on here? I think this is weird. And now space already occupied. Yeah, no, we're not going to do it. We're not going to mess around with it. I mean, there is, like, the actual one here. I don't think that... Look at... What in the world is going on with my game right now? There's a shoreline. Can we do that? No? Don't like it? Guidelines should all be on. Know that. Yep. I don't know. Don't know. People just deal with flooding, I guess. So that's their life. Okay, we can now add some businesses back in here to this area. But I want to be... I'm going to delete that. I'm going to do it like this. Because I only want like that. I don't want to keep the spread of the green, of the purple rot going too far. And then this, let's go ahead and do that as well. So stuff will build, just won't be such big buildings that spreads that purple rot out here where the trees are. So that should be fine. It's the Pacific Interchange. I mean, we're somewhere near the Pacific Ocean, I think, right? That's cool. Right. Yeah, okay. If this was San Diego, I guess, it'd be near the Pacific or like Mexico. Somewhere in that area. Other side of that country area, geographically, would be the Atlantic Ocean. So you might be right. Pacific Ocean does have some of the warmest oceans. Alright, let's see here. That turned out pretty good. I like it. Let's step up to the next thing here with the game. We've got this split on the roads here. Goes there. That takes them down there, which is more of a used route. So what I want to do is change this up a little bit. Oh, let's get out of there. Back into the roads. To pause. Do that, and then have this one, I believe, dive in like this. Because the traffic, seems to me, tends to be on this road more than the other one. Like, if you look, like, it just seems like even right now, even as little traffic as it is, you still see more people on this road than you do... Well, okay, maybe not. At least truck traffic, I guess. But still, I felt like that one needed to be changed up like that. Or there was another option of taking this road and diving it in there too on its own little thing, I guess. But there's too many ons and offs and everything like that through there does tend to cause issues. So I just figured that this is probably the best way to go about that for now. And it's a pretty decent split in my opinion. So, but that gives us now the ability to take that and make a tiny weird little, not tiny weird, but tiny little shopping center here. Just kind of an odd way. What I wanted to do is take something like this, the 4-lane, and just come in just a hair. And then do one-way roads through here. And we'll just start with this. We'll do basic one-way. And if we do want to change it to like the trees or something, we can, but I wanted to just kind of almost follow this. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is going to help get rid of these, some of these lines through here as well. Going to take some out on me too at the same time, but we'll have to fix them because it is necessary until stuff starts building. There we go. There we go. And then you can take and I should have put zoning on these. I did not do that. I was dumb. Alright, let's fix that. Upgrade. Usually the bug, it just takes the zoning and adds it anyway, so it didn't do it this time. There we go. And then kind of having a thought here about adding in a second road, second entrance, kind of. With that. That's not too shabby. You have one way in, one way out over there, or whatever. You still got to do one-way roads, but I think I should do. I guess it doesn't matter if I choose this or not. I just need to go change direction. That way, you can turn around there instead of taking the full loop, I guess. That wouldn't be too shabby, yeah. Or should I switch those? That way, yeah, I think I'm going to switch those. And do that, and then that. That way, if you just wanted to go shopping right here, you got a quick way over, or you can take the long route. And then the same thing from this direction, you got a quick way around, and then you're back out. I think that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Okay. We're going to need to add in water lines and stuff like that too, but so I want to make sure I get everything I'm doing in this area done first. Now this those two roads, I need to upgrade them. Get rid of the zoning on them. Make sure it's clear on these ones as well. See, like this one over here is all screwed up. This one over here is all screwed up. The rest of this should be pretty good. I try to stay on top of it as much as possible, but can't always. So, that's looking good. I paused this again for what reason? Why did I pause this? Let's let it play. Don't remember why, but whatever. See, look, trucks are actually using this one thing going in. Okay, beautiful. And then this one too. It's oh man, I'm so happy, so much more happy with the way I did this than the way I had it before. So much more happy. Okay. Let's go find, I want to use these 4-lane roads. I love them. Hey, Tim, welcome. Welcome. Okay, I gotta figure out what is up on the name there. Next to Tim, he's got the crown #1. Okay. Last night, Chris had the crown #1 next to his name. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, or if it's just on my end. I don't know, but there's that little crown. And I'm like, well, what's up with that? Maybe it'll tell me if I click it. Or, oh, nope, not showing me. It says top fan, 75 experience points for Tim. So last night, Chris was the top fan because it's the Baldur's Gate videos. That's probably what it is, depending on what you guys are watching. That's pretty cool. I don't know, it's kind of neat. Kind of neat. I mean, all three of you should actually have that on your name, to be honest. Oh, you got it turned off? Oh, yeah, I could see that too. You don't want people being like, oh, you watch that channel that often? Weird. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Ah. Freeform. Alright. So, I'm going to mess with right in here, this area. I want to start adding the roads in. But I'm going to do it in a fun way. I don't want to have, like, you know, everything. Let's make sure our zoning is back on. There we go. Yeah. The roads are already bent and curved. Pardon me. Bent and curved around, so I don't want to have, like, you know, just regular squared up roads all over the place. I mean, in fact, I mean, look at how stuff is built in the industrial district over there to the right. Like, that looks pretty damn cool, in my opinion. Not having everything, like, absolutely, like, this corner goes to this corner and blah, blah, blah. Let me build this one up. And then we'll take and make one come, whoa, attached to the road. There you go. Actually, we're going to come back just a little there. And then this one. Stinking bug. Do something like that. And then this side will come down. Stop right there for a minute. And then I'm going to take this. Nice. Okay. Then I can have a little bit of fun here with making the roads do something like this. But I want to have one more. Oops. Just scoot that over a little. Something like that. This one here, I want it to go ahead and connect into these roads. Like that. And then that way this will come across. Something like that. And I like how I did the little curve there. I kind of enjoy that. So I'm going to do that again. And then we could go ahead and, once again, do something like that. Could do one at the center, but I don't know. I kind of think I'm going to leave that open for the moment, just in case I want to change the way the road goes through here. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to deal with that yet. Like, because up here is going to be turned into, like, this side should be business, in my opinion. Then this side should be housing on this side of the road. So I want to kind of do something similar to that. Like as we come towards sorting out district, I want housing through here. And then like business through here. And then kind of like up into here, maybe. Like make this business and then all this housing through here. Like this road here, I would connect them. Like watch curve. Everything's set up? Yeah, okay. Like that. So that road, on one side of it would be housing through here, and then on that side would be business. That's the way I look at it. So I don't like how close the two of these are to each other, though. So I kind of want to do this. Come on, save. And then this one actually isn't too shabby to do something like that. Just basically setting up roads through here now. Making sure that everything is going to work properly. Oh, what's going on there? And then some of those little blank areas, we'll work with them. We'll put trees and things like that in there. Make them look good. Oh shit, no, I don't want to attach like that. What am I doing? And I got that damn bug freaking on there now. Ah. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, like that. We'll throw these in like that. I want to do this. And then come down the center of these. There we go. We'll go fix all the bugs after I get the roads laid out. It's going to make things a lot easier that way. So as you can see, the bugs are just showing up every freaking where. Something like that. I was kind of considering yeah, okay, I still want to do it. What I want to do is take this now and come up. There we go. It's at a little more of an angle than I anticipated, but that's fine. This little spot. Do something like that. Actually, no. Do this. I don't know why it keeps giving me issues right now. Go like that. What are you doing? No, there you go. was not going the direction I want. Okay, so this space here, I wanted to be able to use for like a large park or something like that. Just because we're going to be having housing and stuff here, we want to make sure that we can build a cool park. And so I just thought, like, having a park here where I can build it with the walkways and everything going up to the intersection, do stuff like this. No, here we go. So, take this. Boom. Now people have that way to go over here to the crosswalk, and then from there, from the crosswalk, I'll have this built in to blah, 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 with a park over here, going around one way or the other and doing its thing. So, that'll probably get destroyed, but I'll leave it like that for a minute. But there we go. That'll be the start, kind of just get that general feel right there so we know. Let's see here. And then let's check our intersections and everything. Well, no, let's go ahead and finish up our roads. I want to get these roads laid out. It's kind of the deal, because we're going to be taking... Oh, I forgot. Good, fix that. Okay, that should take care of that for a few until we get, building on our other stuff now. And until then, like I said, now we'll go back and we'll finish getting our roads set up in here. This spot too, we got 2 more spots to finish up. And then we'll fix our other ones. The ones that need to have the zoning fixed up on them. That was way too close right there. That's going to do the same thing. Okay, so let me do this. Go like that. Oops, a little too much. There we go. All right. It's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. All right. One thing I was also considering is that go, and that can now go like that. Ooh, this went too far. There we go. I didn't do that before. I just kind of curved it and then did a straight line out. I kind of like that. So I could do something more like that. And then I think I like the idea of doing something like this. Get in the corner there. Just a little tight in the corner. Oh, it doesn't like it. Or maybe from there? Nope. I was going to try and do something out of the corner there and come this way, but didn't like it, so whatever. Just go kind of a little more basic. Y intersections in the area. Yeah, right? There's a lot of them, huh? Keep those a little wide till we see what we want to do exactly with the area. It shouldn't be too shabby like that, but we can do this. Add a road in there, and then we'll add one in right here. Now, it's a little busy right there. There are stoplights on that for some reason. So let's start with that. I know they're going to be a bunch of them, so just added all these new roads. Da-da-ba-da-da. Okay, got rid of all those. That should help traffic flow. Now we need to go back in through here and properly upgrade our roads, get rid of the zoning that is not supposed to be there. Da-da, da-da. Lots of affected road by that stinking bug. There's a little bit up here, yep. Okay, that should take care of that. I think... Is there any on the 6 lanes that I need to deal with? I don't see any. Oh, right there. All right. It's so haphazard, but it's beautiful. I mean, not really that haphazard. Like, it's easy to get around, you know what I mean? Like, if you got to go one place to another, you have, you know, semi-close turns, but you can also take the long way type of thing. So, like, I like it. I like it. I think this is going to turn out just fine. The one thing I want to do, though, is connect in right here. Just noticed that. Oh. Okay. There we go. So, what that's going to allow us to do, I want to start putting down like the parks and everything like that I want to put in here first. Schools and things like that. Yes, the water lines too. We got to put those in for sure. 100%. Might as well start doing that right now while I'm talking about this. So what I want to do is run the parks and schools and things like that I like to put down without putting down any of the actual properties yet. I want to make sure that we can come, we have all that stuff in there first before we're like destroying houses or anything like that. Just the way I like to do that. So what we're gonna do is, of course, we gotta get these water lines in. It's probably smart to do it now instead of when everything's begging for water. Dun, 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 dun. I also need to think about adding into our water availability and our sewage treatment, especially with this big of an area about to get filled up. So that's something we definitely need to consider heavily. As far as water, I mean, we got plenty of that. We can do something like this even. Bam, now we've got a ton of water, so once those go online, they should fill that up. Alright. Yeah, we got to think about the sewage and everything like that too. So that's all going to be part of the process that we're going to be going into, which will probably be happening more like next week. Doing all of our laying down of our main buildings and everything like that, laying down all the stuff that we want in place. It's going to take up, everything that we don't need to wait on to be built and stuff like that. And then, like I said, of course, putting in our services and everything like that is going to be necessary because the water availability went up, but as soon as everything starts building over here, it's just going to drop like drastically and fast. Connect that in. Okay, then I guess we could do shutdown as ran a line. Oops, but it doesn't like that, huh? Ran a line like that, and then it could have came off of it here. There we go. Little S. Absolutely bugs me when it does that. It's like, nah, it's just the tiniest little space, but go ahead and spend that money. That should fill that in. Let's see if one just across the center will do fine over here. Perfect. Okay. Oh, go back. There you go. Oh my gosh. There we are. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, you know, let's be prepared for whatever we build through here, schools or whatever. I'm not sure yet. That's probably the better idea. And then go like that. That should cover those. I think the best way to do as little line as possible and cover the most areas, come down the center, back up. Same thing over here. Let's stop right here and see what it does. There we go. Now, oh, I was going to say now we're covered, but nope, we are not 100% covered yet. Okay, then we got a little bit more. Oh. Oh, I gotta fix that line. Look at that. What is going on there? Just realized that's like probably how the old road was running through there. Dogs over here having weird dog sneezes. I wonder if they're all, and their nose gets all like curled back like they're about to growl. Oh, we got this spot too. Son of a gun. I keep thinking I'm done with the water lines, and I'm not. Another spot that has old water lines. Fix that. That spot has old water lines too, huh? Alright. Water lines done. Roads done. Freeway, absolutely spectacular and done. Like, that took me longer than I thought it was going to. That's only because I switched everything up with it that I was going to do originally. So I was like, alright, now we're experimenting and having fun. So, but it worked out. It really did. I mean, even this spot that was having that nasty traffic issue is now working out great because we split it. And it looks really good. So I'm pretty happy with that. Very happy with that, to be honest. Like that. And even then, like once they hit the highway, Price Highway there, they split off, they're doing their thing, and they're not even intersecting or having any issue. Okay, there's a small issue right there, but barely. We get going. I love it. It looks great. All right. Let's go in here. So, we've got a ton of area here prepared and ready to go. As you can see, we've been doing this and then we move on to something else, but we've got this area prepared. I have a good idea with this, with my business and housing through there that I want to do. Over here, I believe this is mostly going to be homes, I believe. Yeah, I think that one was going to all be homes. We just don't have any need for housing yet. That's why I haven't put any of it down. And then over here, what I want to do is this, where the little like triangles are, this little kidney bean looking thing, and then this is going to be business. This is going to be a little bit of light industrial here, maybe. And then business up this way, and this between the roads, like through here, stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is call it a day. We're going to pack it in, and what I'm going to do is take my time this week to, once I get back, actually I might even just, I bring my portal with me out to Klamath Falls, so I might mess around this week a little more than usual. And it's just, I work 10-hour days, and I get done to the end of the day, and I'm like, I want to eat, and then just pass out and go to sleep. So hopefully I can put a little bit of time in, more time this week than I usually have lately. Because I really want to make this side look spectacular. I really want to do something with the parks that I have in mind. Like, I've got a great vision for it, but I just can't. Still an area that needs water between the factory and the skyscrapers. Yeah, I just want to make sure that my vision is actually filled out really good here. All that spot there. Yeah, we haven't filled that in yet, nor this spot yet, because like I said, we're not putting down any of the housing yet, since there is absolutely. So once the need's there, we'll drop the lines, we'll get them done, and that'll all be taken care of at that point. Now this part right here, we may run the line through there, since this is going to be a little business zone right in there, so we'll see what happens with that. But for now, thank you for joining me. I actually enjoyed doing today's episode. I had fun making this work and look good, and just getting these roads down, at least for now, and water lines. Water lines are always necessary, because if you don't get those down, it just turns into a big thing. But anyway, I'm going to take a little time this week to make sure things look right, that my vision is where I want it to go with this, and that we're not just haphazardly throwing stuff down. And I appreciate you all. So, thank you for joining me. I'm going to get out of here. I'll probably be on a little bit later for maybe an hour or two to play some Baldur's Gate 3. So if you want to join me then, you just keep an eye out. I don't have any ways of actually like setting up a time with the PlayStation, so I can never do that. But anyway, thank you again, and I will see you next time. Now, there's that button? It took me half a second this time. Sweet.